Throughout the Reconstruction era and the years that followed, many freed blacks in the South were sharecroppers treated unfairly and sentenced to a lifetime of debt and dependency. Without owning land or proper education, options were few in small rural towns, so many chose to work for their former masters or find work on local farms. Blacks worked for low wages and suffered under the terror of the South's Jim Crow laws. It was there, in the frustration, dependency, and struggle, that the blues was born. The music fused the spirituals and church music sang by blacks with African rhythms, field hollers, and jump-offs. In the Mississippi Delta, blacks used the blues to form community, performing at makeshift clubs and at home. This music became the song of the working man, and just as the working man, it traveled up Highway 61 to Memphis with blacks fed up with the Deep South's low wages, lack of education, and Jim Crow laws. Between 1900 and 1940, the black population rose from 49,000 to 121,000 in Memphis. Many blacks from Mississippi saw Memphis as freedom and a link in their chain of migration to northern cities such as Chicago, Cleveland, and Detroit. They were drawn by the promise of higher wages, brighter futures, and jobs in urban factories. When they arrived to Memphis from Mississippi, they found jobs, but also faced discrimination likened to that in their hometowns. Luckily, music, community, and hope met them on Memphis's Beale Street. While the terror of Jim Crow reigned around Memphis and blacks faced low wages, bad housing conditions, and discrimination, Beale Street's black and white-owned businesses gave blacks a place to call home. Clubs and restaurants such as Pee Wee's Saloon and the 1 Minute Cafe offered a stage to blues musicians such as W.C. Handy and Frank Stokes, but it also gave hope and rhythm to the trying times for Memphis's black population. While riots ran amok in the city accompanied by lynching, strikes, underground crime, and shady politics, the blues on Beale Street let blacks congregate and celebrate. Beale's colored clubs and restaurants offered an escape and refuge for blacks within the city limits of racism and terrorism. The blues brought different classes of blacks together as they danced in the same clubs on Beale Street. Although it was seen as the Negro music and shunned by upper classes and educated blacks, Beale Street brought all together and helped the city of Memphis integrate despite differences in race and class. On Beale Street, blacks, rich and poor, came together against and sometimes with whites. They sung their struggles and danced away their disappointments side by side. More importantly, the blues offered a sense of belonging for these migrants. The blues was their song about their struggle and their people. The blues on Beale Street knew the pain of each person who heard it. It felt the crook in their neck from the long hours at the factory, the blisters on their hands, and the loss of opportunity in their hearts. Blacks came from Mississippi to Memphis looking for freedom. They found it on Beale Street, but all along they had it in their blues.